We'll start in like 1 minute. I just have to get my password set up here. Okay. Now is the time to start the Environmental and Sustainability Committee meeting on February 20th, February 2nd, 2026 at 6:19 PM. Can I get a roll call, please?
Chairman Florian,
Present.
Alderman Felix,
Present.
Alderman Turner, Alderman Guzman.
Present.
Oh, sorry. Alderman Guzman, Alderman Bolton. You have a quorum.
Thank you, sir. Can I get a first and a second to approve the minutes of the January 5th, 2026 Environmental and Sustainability Committee meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you, gentlemen. Are there any questions to this motion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Minutes approved. Any opposed? I guess there's nobody here to be opposed. Number 2 on the agenda is audience time. Is there anyone here to speak? Oh. Hi, if you can just state your name and you'll have 3 minutes.
Test. Okay, yes. I'm Renitris Pierre, and I live in Waukegan. I wanted to come to ask, I don't want to accuse the city of something that I don't know about, but looking through an article dated, when is this dated? December 6, 2025, Lake County towns in Chicago win $100 million settlement with Monsanto over toxic chemical production contamination. And I read it, and Waukegan is not listed as a city receiving funds for this contamination. So I'm just trying to use logic and pose a question scientifically. Did Waukegan happen to miss all the contamination that North Chicago, Gurnee, Zion, Beach Park, Winthrop Harbor, Lake Bluff, Lake Forest, or did something happen to exclude the city from
Yeah.
this lawsuit?
I can answer that, so I think the attorney can help me here. We opted out of this lawsuit, correct? But I believe we opted out. We had a chance to opt in or opt out, and the alderman discussed it, and we chose to opt out so that we could pursue our own. So that's the only reason we were not included. We definitely have pollution, we know we have it, but we are pursuing a different pathway.
And something's filed already?
Yes,
Okay, it's in what, federal district court?
I believe so, but he can get more information for us.
I think we're in conversations involving the IEPA and EPA as well, so.
Yeah. If you email me, then I'll get the information from
Thanks,
him and
Mom.
send it back to you, okay?
Well, that's all, that's really all I wanted to find
Well,
out. I
thank you
mean,
for coming and asking that question.
one other thing, I saw that recycling is a discussion you're having today. I've been saying for years, and hopefully it'll be heard this time, something that'll help beautify the city is if you get some kind of program in for the young adults where they can help participate in the cleanup. I'm from New Orleans, so one of the things that the city of New Orleans did, they had people dedicated during the summer when the mayor gave jobs to young people. Recycling, beautification was one of those things. It's my understanding, a new understanding, that there's HUD funds under the home grant, Section 3, that if you have 25% of people that's considered low-income public housing, or Section 8, if you employ those people, it'll be beneficial to the city and they can get something as well. But, you know, I know older people don't want to do stuff like that, but kids wouldn't mind. Consider that in your discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to address the committee? Okay, thank you. There is no old business. Item 4 is new business, an ordinance establishing no Mow May. Can I get a first and a second?
First.
Second.
Thank you, gentlemen. As I read through this later last week, it did seem like the request we made to have a sign indicating you wanted to participate in the program was left out, and I'm hoping we can modify that before it comes before council so that that's included.
Absolutely. So in drafting the ordinance, there was a couple things I think that were discussed by the council, a sign being one of them, as well as the opting into the program and it being a voluntary,
Yes.
and a voluntary
Which-
nature.
Which is indicated by the sign, right?
With that said, it just, part of that just, in drafting it as I was going through that, so, it just seemed counterintuitive in the sense that we're asking people to opt into this program, and it would be a benefit to the environment by them doing so. Then we're going to penalize people that fail to cut their lawn, but yet it's still a benefit for the month.
Well, right, but we still want to be able to have code enforcement throughout the city. I mean, we don't want people just ignoring, I mean, I
are.
guess I see your point. I mean, you're either doing it purposely or just out of.
Yes.
But I do believe we should, in order to address it, say, if you're going to participate, you must go to the trouble of getting a sign that says, I'm participating in No Mow May, put a sign in your yard, then code enforcement knows, just move on, and just for the month of May. Alderman Turner?
So, yeah, I kind of agree with you, but then I'm thinking, where are they going to get these signs from? Are they free?
Amazon has them for $4. I mean, they're all over the place. You could make your own. You could make one on your computer and stick it on a paint stick. You can get it at the hardware store for free, or whatever, just as long as it says no Mow May on it. It doesn't matter how you do it.
Well, yeah, but then, and the other point, thank you. So that's a solution. But the other thing, I was just thinking about it, why don't we just say code compliance won't write any long grass in the month of May? Leave it at
I
that.
mean, that's a possibility.
No,
That's kind of the way it's drafted.
well, but then, I'm just thinking.
Right.
So, but then, I mean, we're not promoting it, and I kind of like the idea of promoting the idea of no Mow May.
So which would you prefer?
I think we go with the signs.
Okay. Then
What-
we'll ask the council to redraft it. Alderman Felix?
So how would they opt out? Like, would they,
Mow your grass.
to opt out for no Mow May?
Just mow your grass. And you're saying, I am mowing my grass in May.
And how would they opt in?
Buy a sign and say, I'm participating in No Mow May, don't mow your grass. It's you either mow or don't mow.
What if they forget and they say, well, I'm doing no Mow May?
But they don't have a sign?
I don't have a sign.
Then they're
No matter
gonna
what.
get a code enforcement then. That's the whole point of the sign, is so code enforcement clearly knows I'm participating. That's why I suggested we do the signs in the first place, was so code enforcement could just drive by and tell, without even having to get out of their car, oh, they're participating in No Mow May. I'm gonna move on to the next house or whatever.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna go look for boats in driveways.
I'm open to, what do you call it, to, like, if you share something, maybe we can all follow, you can share with us too, like, links for where they can find the signs, so we can all share throughout.
Amazon has them, like I said to Alderman Turner, you can make your own, you can make it pretty if you want, you can do whatever you want, as long as it just says No Mow May on it, it clearly lets code enforcement know. You can do it for free almost by the stuff you have around the house, or you can buy a fancy sign. I think there's other places that sell them out in, retail stores, but I know they have them on Amazon for $4 or $5.
Okay.
So
Cool.
it's very easy to do. So the consensus here is we want to sign, and just so people know, so by the time it comes to council, it'll have that.
provision in there.
Yeah, and then we'll debate it again and see what happens. Okay. All right, so roll call, please.
Alderman Felix,
Aye.
Alderman Turner,
Aye.
Chairman Florian.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item 5 is reports, communications, and information. So we've had requests from the podium, actually, and I've talked about this before, about how, so we have curbside recycling for residents for the most part, but people with multiple units and businesses do not have recycling. And like downtown, I mean, one of the things I think of a lot are the beer bottles and cans and stuff that are created in our downtown businesses, and all that stuff is just going in the trash when it could easily be recycled if there was a way for them to do it. So I would like us to consider making an ordinance that says, if you provide trash pickup in Waukegan for residents, business, multi-units, whatever it is, you must provide some form of recycling for those locations, so that everyone has the option of recycling. I spoke with some friends of mine on the county board, and our landfill, they just expanded it, but they still expect it to be full in about 20 years. And once that fills up, we're gonna have to go west, which means the garbage trucks are gonna have to go much further during the day to empty and fill and empty and fill. I don't know how often they do that during the day. I've never followed one, but I'm guessing it's multiple times a day. They're only so big, and they can only compress the trash so much. So anyway, my point is, once this landfill is full, it's gonna cost us a lot more for our garbage pickup. So anything we can do to slow the amount of trash going into the landfill, I think is gonna be beneficial. Plus, it's just better for the environment, let's be honest. So I'm curious how you, there's only 2 of you here today, but I'm curious how you feel about trying to present an ordinance that requires recycling to be provided.
I'm up for the conversation, for sure, yeah. Citywide or focus more on the downtown, you
I
said?
think citywide. I mean, why shouldn't multi-units? Like, I think of a couple of my places out off of Delaney Road. There's multiple homes there, and they just have one big garbage bin there. They don't have recycling available. And I have it at my house, so they should have it at their house as well. I mean,
I have a big complex, a few of them in the 4th Ward, and yeah, you're right.
they're
I
just a
agree.
big dumpster,
Yeah.
and everything goes in there. Alderman Turner, you look perplexed.
I am. So, firstly, with this per downtown, I think we should ask LRS to do that, and then again, we should promote it. As far as the dumpsters at the business, commercial, or residential locations, a lot of times, I think most times, to my observation, most times there's not a lot of room. They don't have room for it, a whole extra dumpster. I think that's something we should talk with LRS about, and rather than pass an ordinance initially, we should make like a public service program of awareness and ask people to participate. I mean, you can do that if you live in an apartment and you only have the one garbage dumpster. You can still separate your recycling and throw it over maybe in a differently marked bag or something. I don't know.
But who's gonna pick it up?
LRS.
But how? I mean, where, if, like you said, there's only one dumpster and there's only so much room, where would you put the recycling in order for LRS to get it?
Outside the little container, the little barrier thingy, just throw on an orange bag or green, whatever it says, that you could identify it as recycling. Recycling truck comes by. It's something I think we should have LRS come in and talk about it. But
Okay,
I like the idea. I like where you're going with it.
okay. Alderman Felix?
I'm sure there's like different variations. I'm sure this is not a new topic, so maybe we can do some research and see what best practices are out there and,
Well, and maybe what other communities are doing to address recycling in business districts and stuff. And maybe like Alderman Turner said, LRS may have some good input as to what they do in other communities where it's offered.
you want to bring this up for the next committee, or you want to,
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do to reach out to them between now and then and get them to come and present what some of our options would be. And, you know, can we start with a pilot program downtown maybe, and then go from there and try to hit some of the bigger complexes throughout the city?
okay, sounds good.
All right.
You know, just as you were speaking, it occurred to me, maybe so maybe there's the dumpster, right? And then maybe there's a special recycled dumpster over there somewhere else. You know, if you don't have room right there, maybe you put one over there, at least get something done. So I
Yeah.
think it's worth the conversation with
Okay,
LRS.
great.
Okay.
Thank you for your support, gentlemen. Is there anything else anyone else would like to discuss? Okay, can I get a first and second to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourning at 6:35. Thank you.